Hi friends, Enjin Coin coming in for a double top. Could it potentially retrace back down the way again thereafter? Or have we just been in a really bullish trend with a nice natural retrace, which is bound to happen at some point or another, and we're looking to just bust on up higher? Where are our higher targets? What are the key areas to look to? There's a story here, it's not super complex. I'm going to lead you through it over the period of the next couple of minutes. Really happy to have you here. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's Rocky Outcrop. A like and a subscribe goes a long way. Really do join me for a live stream someday. Really do appreciate it. And just as I run the intros here, I can tell you that I am actually making this during a live stream. By the way, as you can see down below, there's the live chat. So join me for one of them. This is Enjin Coin, and what we're looking at here is this overall upward trend. Very, very strong. Golden cross that happened on the 24-hour time frame happened all the way back there on 21st of January. Ultimately, if we do look for a big pullback, I'm going to want to see the prices turn around here at this point, just in at around about that 150. Now, that's of course crazy prices away from where we are right now, over $1.20 towards the downside if we did move down the way, but that would be at the worst, at the worst. Otherwise, the trend is gone. That's just your broad term perspective viewpoint, but we've got a much more interesting sort of series of things to talk about just here. Bringing the drawings back onto the screen. This is stuff that I prepared, put a great deal of effort into preparing this before we went live, just for everybody at home. As you can see here, we drew in from the lows over there on the 23rd of February up towards the highs. We've our all-time highs here, the 15th of March, and we can see that the price action, while it did drop down a significant amount, didn't take out the 236 over here, and this Fibonacci retracement in this zone, this whole Fibonacci retracement right now, as it stands, is invalid. Fantastic. So we know a key area to look to and say that if things go down below that, then that's when things are going to start to get a bit too sticky for us right now. And I'm going to draw that in. I'm going to declare it as being 185. Okay, that's the area to look out for. If we crack that, then it's not great. Now that's towards that side of things. Now we actually have had this pullback and been measuring against the high, since the high in there, like I said here on the 15th of March, down towards the low that we've just experienced there on the 23rd of March. How well have we done? And we have come in here and hit the golden pocket. Okay, so it's so the question at this point is, if you're looking for that double top scenario, you might not get it because we've had the significant retrace point here up towards the 618. Okay, breaking this down even further and just saying that it's at this point that we can get to sort of make our short-term decision target for ourselves. Okay, so looking at this here and saying that let's just extend these lines here. I'll change the settings on this thing real quick so you can see. I'll change it so it's all sort of yellow, and I'll extend the lines over to the left and dive down the way towards the 4-hour time frame and show you the key areas then to be really staying above. And as you can see, the wick does a really good job of describing that exact area for us, and that's 240, where we find the 236 here on this Fibonacci retracement. So staying above 240 for the day, and for the next couple of days, really important. The 4-hour time frame showing us this beautifully for us right now. That's the 18 exponential period moving average as well coming in there. So staying above 247, very, very good. And we can actually aim to look higher than that for us, which is what we're going to want to do right here, right now, and bring in these upper side targets. Because if we do push past this zone, well, the first one to look to, of course, is where the 786 is coming in there at $2.81. That's my first top side target. And that takes us into trying out, where our previous area of inflection was on the market. And that's key for us. That's going to be really, really super important with regards to being able to push past to go on for these subsequent targets. But these are the ones that I'm really curious about right now. If we do get a full 100% retrace back up and get that double top, where could we be looking to? Well, there's a couple of key things I'd like to point out. Starting off with our upper side targets, $3.50, $3.70, $4. That's where we're looking to here with this one. It is absolutely possible to see that happen, and that would be with a blast off move past that zone. So there's a couple of things though in the meantime that I would like to kind of say are really key for us to respect, and that's the potential for other patterns coming in here. You could see a potential XABCD Gartley pattern showing us that there could be a reversal. Let me just get the tool for it. Where is the tool for it? gosh, there it is there. Looking between that low, that high, seeing that we came in there for not quite the 618, but a plus 50%. And could we be going up here and potentially getting a turnaround? Well, if we don't make it past the 786, then maybe you're looking at that Gartley type idea. If we come in for a double top here, then it breaks the Gartley. A failed pattern is as good as a good one. Could be looking up the way. But then there's one last final note then that I would make with regards to this, and it just simply says that if we do come in for a double top and then retrace back down the way, this 50% area in there at 250 that we've already spoken about as being important becomes important yet again, because that would be the area you'd be looking to if there was a cup with handle on this one. Okay, so option is that it could go up for a double top, could come back down for a cup with handle, could go up for a Gartley pattern, and then go on for the bearishness after that. It could fail it, move on up the way, and go on for any of these three targets in there: $4, 370, 352. Overall, bullish movement, very, very good. Nice, lovely to see. This is of course the result of the movement towards the top side since getting in here at the 197 area. Taking profits is happening for a lot of people at 260. If we see the pullbacks coming in here and us not taking out 240, then very, very good. If we do take out 240, then the key area for us to look to will be the golden pocket area of the retrace, which will line up with this 236 coming in here at $2.18. I just want to save your eyes from having to draw that in again. $2.18 for the best case scenario for the bullish trend continuing with the reversal to come in and take out these targets in the meantime would be your best buy as well at the minute for the sort of 218. But really, since we're in the upward trend and the trend is your friend, then we can hope to rely on that to take us towards these other targets that we've already spoken about: $2.80, $3.09, $3.50, $3.73, $4.10. Downside targets $4.50 if we need to, $3.33 all the threes, or $2.33 all the $2.33 is important, but we're really looking down towards 218 thereafter. I don't want to actually trade towards either of these targets in the meantime, but if from a broad term perspective, if we want to maintain upward trend, 185. That's your entire technical analysis. There's plenty of other stuff that I could talk about if you want to come back and ask me to do it sometime. Ask me to tell you how positive the stochastics looks here, which is fantastic. Ask me to tell you how positive the DMI looks here, which is fantastic. Ask me to tell you about the potential for this being bearish divergence here in at this high on the RSI, which is of course slight taking the shine off of things, and of course the same scenario appearing here on the DM on the MACD. But you could also maybe ask me to describe the hidden bullish divergence that exists at this point, with the potential for us to then take us through and carry on and do that story that I already described. I didn't describe all that to you because I described it using the price action alone, but of course all these details were more or less known to me as I was doing that. Okay, cool. So like button, great. That helps a lot. Subscribe, great. That helps you a lot because there's good quality information out here all the time. And sharing it, well, that's just a really nice thing to do if you want to be a nice guy. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com/rockyoutcrop. But of course, like button alone is really, really, really a great start on that one. Smash the black.